Let me take you to Canada and explore the beautiful country. So let's go. So while watching the movie, I've ordered for my favorite Arabic meze, and the red dip you see on the side, I've made that myself as well. It takes a lot of time, but it tastes awesome. It's made out of pomegranate, red capsicum, pomegranate molasses that I made from scratch, and that was crazy, but I loved the taste, and I'm just enjoying my flight. This was the view from the aircraft, a completely inhabited area. And I slept for 9 hours, woke up, and watching one more movie with my favorite dessert in hand. Here I reached Montreal during the autumn season. The colors were just so beautiful, and this was a time that I had not planned. It was just that when I swapped my leaves, this was the time that was available, and I took it. And luckily, this was the best time for me to visit Montreal, and I was just so happy to be here during this time because I'd never really paid attention to the colors in other destinations, but it was more beautiful, I think, in this place. And this place is known for the autumn colors as well. So this was the view from his place. It was just so beautiful. You can see the colors. And here we are heading to Toronto. So a funny story as in about this vacation. So I'd never really bidden for a flight to Canada, and we just flew to Montreal during that time because I'd always heard that the flight is very challenging, and I just wanted to avoid it and come here directly for vacation. So when I got my leaves and had planned everything, the company made sure that I get a flight to Canada, as in, of course, not knowingly. So before coming to Montreal, I operated a flight to Montreal for one day, went back to Doha, and literally traveled the very next day. So I did not sleep after reaching Doha because I wanted to sleep in the flight because it was a long, long flight. And I'm here once again in Montreal, but now for a vacation. The company wanted to make sure that I see the city on a layover, but I did not go out. I was just in the hotel, and here I'm in Toronto now. So the day was gloomy from before, and it rained so badly a little later. And while returning, it became completely dark, and we were returning like this. Forget about this. After some years, it's just amazing that it's so dark in here, and there's just one passageway here, and we're walking. Nearly fell down. Amazing. We are now waiting for the ship to take us back to the island, and in the ship it just rained like cats and dogs. Luckily we found an Indian tea. And next day was the shera, and I put a little lipstick kotika, and I made sure I ate mutton and naan. We went to a Nepali restaurant, and here we are in Niagara now. The view from our hotel directly, we can see a little bit of Niagara Falls, and this is after reaching over there.
फर्क एकपल्ट यता त्यहीँ बस्छ ल तिम्रो अनुहार पनि निकाल्छ त अगाडि हेरेको हेरे
We also took this tour which takes you really close to the waterfall, and there was this beautiful rainbow as well celebrating with us. The other side is the US and this side is Niagara, Canada, and you can see more of the falls from Niagara. There's also this happening street in Niagara just near Niagara Falls where we went to during midnight after getting up, but you need to go there in the evening. It's quite happening, I've heard. This was the view from our hotel. They light up the waterfall somehow, but it was too cold to go there. We had planned to go there, but then we did not. And here we are returning back to Toronto because we've planned to stay there for one more day, see the city, visit the CN Tower, and then head back towards Montreal. So it was a beautiful trip. We just missed to go to the happening street in Niagara, but we'll go the next time. And this is the view from the CN Tower. You can see the entire city of Toronto, and here we're drinking the sangria. For him it was the best sangria that he's had, but for me it was in Valencia, Spain, the best sangria that I've had. And we're returning back to Montreal.
Order given.